All right, we're live.
Yay!
Yay! All right, so today in my Learning to Draw series, we're going to play with the pencils a little bit, pick an appropriate pencil, and then we're gonna look at the book we'll be working off of today, or one of the books. We're going to review this Make Manga book right here. Yeah, we'll be reviewing. We'll be looking over this book. Let's see. What?
Nothing.
All right, yeah. So we'll be looking over this book. We're going to be doing a little bit. This book. There we go. Let me turn that down. Let's see. It doesn't sound like there's any echoes. All right, so our audio seems to be good. So we'll be going over this manga book, and we're going to be drawing eyes today. We're going to learn. We're going to do a whole bunch of different eyes, and we'll be doing a little pencil test here. See what kind of pencils we like. So let's see. This first one, I think probably. No, just because I'm using. With this pencil. Okay. You're going. She's going. I'm here with little Miss Davecomix.
I hate that name.
And she will be. This is her book, so we'll be going over it. Let's see. So we'll do. I'm probably going to be using the hard pencil today. This is a 2B. So we're going to do a little pencil test on the 2B. See, so we go really hard to really light. Just doing a little test to see what we like. I guess for me, the softer pencils are more for shading and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, see? She has taken an actual art course.
I am taking an actual art course.
Yeah.
We are doing stuff on color this week.
All right, so she knows a little. She actually knows a little bit more about it than I do. All right, that was a 2 and a 4. This is a 6B. Yeah, that seems really soft.
Yeah.
All right, so that's for shading, and this one is an HB, which should be the hardest, right?
When we were doing the pencil, the VIP.
Yeah, that's definitely the hardest.
Pencil stuff.
The hardest of the leads. Oh, looks like we got one viewer right now.
Anyways, when we were doing the VIP pencil stuff, I would always
hail the chat.
Go way too dark, and I would always break the pencil because I didn't understand the different feels to them. But I got used to that. But my teacher had this one. I don't remember what it was called, but it wasn't an H or a B. It was like a very special one, and it was kind of like clay, but it was really dark. It was like pitch black dark, but I don't know what it was. It was a pencil, but it was weird.
All right, so, okay. So let's go over, I think I'm going to be using the HB, which is the harder lead. Make some lighter lines. So we'll hand those pencils back to her. And if we have to do some shading later, then we'll work on that. All right.
You can shade with a little pencil.
Let's see. So let's go over this manga book.
I'm excited.
All right. So tell me, do you like this book, Autumn?
I have.
All right. So this is Make Manga.
What I like about it, though, I like how they do, well, the front cover, the ears.
You like the ears on the front cover?
I like how I learned how to do ears. I am so bad at ears.
All right. Well, that's why we practice. That's why, like today, we're going to be doing eyes.
Yeah, I did eyes.
And one of the lessons, one of the things, one of my favorite artists is Todd McFarlane. We got the cat joining us. Todd McFarlane, he said what he would do is if he was having a hard time with something, like arms or hands or whatever, he would spend hours and hours and hours just drawing arms and hands in different positions. In all different positions or whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw eyes. We're going to go over the basic lesson in this book. I also have this book here, and we'll review this book at a different time.
I thought we were going to do some eyes from.
We're going to do from both, but we're going to do a full review of this book on a different day. Okay. But there's some lessons on eyes in here too, so we'll look for that. And Autumn, actually, if you could find that and just put a paper mark or something in the book, so when we go over it later, we can show it. All right, so this is the Make Manga book.
That's annoying.
By Carolina Larianne Hikura. And you can find this probably at any Michael's. or whatever bookstore you're at. But like a Michael's or Hobby Lobby is going to have these kind of books. This one to me is pretty basic. It's probably good to get your fundamentals.
It just looks neat.
Yeah, it's good to probably get your fundamentals down. Let's see.
I never understood what's on her face.
I think that's a bubble.
I think, but I'm not sure.
All right. It says, what is it? I'm not going to read the whole thing. What does it mean to be an artist? One of the key elements of being an artist is the ability to bring your own vision to life. This ability is strongly connected to creativity and all the possibilities of creating a work of art. Has a list of supplies here that you might need.
One of the things is a white gel pen, which is actually a really neat tool.
Yes.
I'm excited to.
We will at some point maybe get a white gel pen. Right now we have, what is it, that chalk pencil?
Yeah, the white chalk pencil. It should work around the same.
All right. Like I said, it covers the basics. Let's see. Possessing knowledge of basic human anatomy can be incredibly helpful, especially if you're just starting out on your artistic journey. All right. If anybody saw my last live stream, we did a little bit of this. My proportions were all off and stuff.
Well, this might help you.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Boys are a head taller than a girl.
Yeah, generally speaking, for manga, girls, 7 heads. So when you draw the head, the rest of your body should be 7 heads tall.
Yeah.
And for guys, it's the same thing, apparently. 7 heads. I guess guys just have bigger heads if they're going to be taller.
Wow.
So that's the general rule that people go by. Obviously, if you're doing like super cartoony stuff, if you're doing comic strips, that kind of stuff, that kind of goes out the window because a lot of time heads are huge. Like Charlie Brown.
If you decided to go off this and you do like anime or you're making your own characters, people will normally not even follow that rule.
No, that's not even true.
No, they'll do the basics of that, and then they'll go off and do it their own way.
You don't think when they're making a manga or when they're making a...
you should have seen the ones I watched.
On the anime? I do. I have seen the ones you watch. They may not do...
They'll take this, and then they'll
at the level, Autumn, at the level they're at, this is all instinctual.
Yeah.
So they may not draw everything like this exactly.
No, I'm not saying
that. But instinctually, they know the proportions.
What I'm saying is they'll take this, they'll draw this, and then they'll completely change the way they do the hair and everything else.
Well, yeah, because it goes from this to this.
Okay.
And they don't always have to start like this. Backwards. A lot of times they can more or less start like this, and they know the proportions. If you've been doing it for years and years, obviously that stuff becomes kind of second nature because you're drawing all the time. All right, let's see. Here's a little bit about sketching. Here's some different positions. So on a different show, we'll probably go over some of this.
I like having a hand above the head.
And do this. This looks like a good show to do. Once we get a little bit more experience, we'll get a little more practice. Sketching. I'm not going to go over every one. This will be the lesson today. We're just going to be drawing eyes.
There was one other page with eyes.
Yes, I know. We'll get to it. So we're just going to draw eyes. We'll do this lesson here, and then we'll draw them in different positions and different emotions and that kind of stuff.
Like the way they do noses, so easy, so simple.
This book is it's the basics. It's going to cover your basics, your fundamentals: ears, eyes, nose, putting it all together. Let's see. It goes into your colors. I actually have a whole book on colors.
Yeah, it's over here.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to. Just leave it. It's fine. We don't need it right now.
I just go through it. Okay.
Yeah. So we have a whole book on color theory, but I think we'll do colors later.
Cool textures.
So this is different textures, watercolors, combining mediums.
Watercolors are so hard.
Yeah. Let's see, creating backgrounds, matching characters with backgrounds. So here's, let's see, planning a background. And I think this is, I don't know, seems like more, well, no, see, it's just like different stuff. So we'll be doing this. There's a whole thing, there's another section on eyes. Let me find it.
It wasn't really a section, it was kind of just like.
Well, no, there's expression, eye expressives. Let's see, it's blending skin tones and stuff. We're gonna find the other, there we go. Compare and contrast. These are, see, you can look at different kinds of eyes.
Yeah. And then there's male eyes and female eyes.
And there's differences. And this is putting it all together. So this is showing different ears and that kind of stuff. You all right?
Yeah.
Let's see. So there's another. Here it is. Semi-realistic style. So there's different kinds of eyes.
Male's eyes are kind of like skinnier, I guess. It's not the right word, but I can't think of the right word.
So what do we got here?
Yeah. Like
we're going to set a bookmark here. And we're going to go back to the eye lesson. It's basic faces. Let's go back to the eye lesson.
I'm going to say this might seem strange, but when I draw eyes,
let's see.
I like to leave out the detail of the eye, and I kind of just like it like that white kind of weird look to it. I just like that. It looks strange.
And again, if anybody wants to join in today, just draw for fun. Send me a note on Twitter, and I will get you in here with us. All right. So let's see. Here's the lesson we're going to be working with. So I'll read it out, the basics, and then we'll see. We're going to put the book between us and then try to work it. All right. So part one is draw that curvy line on top, and then draw the straight line below it. Then you're going to put the circle in.
The directions are so vague.
It's not vague, actually, as long as you got the picture. Draw the curve.
Yeah,
if you didn't have the picture to work with, then it might be vague. But that's why they have the picture there. Then draw 3 smaller circles. You're going to want your iris, this kind of reflection, and this little eye booger. Let's see, one in the middle of the iris. One in the middle of the iris, form the pupil. One in the upper left area of the iris, and one at the left end bottom of the curved line. That's the little eye booger right there. Connect the right sides of the bottom and top curved lines right there. See? Connect the right sides of the bottom and top curved lines with a straight line. That's that one right there, more or less straight. Creating a sharper corner. And then draw another line above the top curved line to form the eyelid. So basically you're going to do that, and then you're going to do another kind of lighter line.
Like this.
Right over the top. Sure.
This is pretty much what it says.
Yeah. We need to work on our circles.
Yeah, I was kind of just doing a quick.
But you know what? I know how to do that because we have a little circler.
We got a stencil.
We have.
That's supposed to be perfect.
No, but if you're working on it, might as well start, right?
I like freehanding it.
You can freehand it. Everybody's going to be different. We'll do it different ways. I'll freehand circle.
As long as it's not heads, I can hand.
Yeah. I'll freehand circle, and then we'll use the little circle maker. The next step is coloring.
Mom,
I don't have any colored ends on anything today.
I mean, we have a bucket of weirdness.
Yeah, but right now we're just going to work on
directions.
No, you can't. We're going to have the directions between me and Autumn.
He just wants to see the picture so we can try.
Here.
All right. Well,
all right.
You don't have the iPad up?
Okay, I need to get rid of my iPad.
So that he can see?
Yeah.
But you're not going to have that on screen the whole time.
All right. So, yeah, we're not going to do anything with color today.
Can you move over to the other
side? We might
side?
do some shading. The other side where?
Never mind. I've got it.
All right. So, yeah. So we're going to do, we might do some shading there. Maybe we'll work with shading to do some of this stuff here. Let's see. But it says, for the record, it says color. Part number 4 is color the iris with colored pencil. Leave some white space as shown. She used blue, but you can use any color you want. I'll use a softer pencil and kind of shade it in.
Well, normally if you use blue, it sticks out more. So.
Yes, but we don't have a blue pencil bottom at the moment.
I'm doing this one completely different.
Color in the eyelid using a color form. That means color in this part right there. Let's see. Use a darker hue for the upper part of the iris. Right here. Oh, right here. Yeah. Let's see. Quickly blend into the area with lighter color. Do the same thing in the right corner of the eye. Right there. So you got to make it darker right there. Then add straight lines in the middle of the eye. This stuff here. All right. So let's get started with the basics here. All right. All right. All right.
That should work.
Set that up.
Weird spot, but whatever.
All right. So, let's see. So we're going to try to do what it told us to do.
All right. Draw a curvy line and a small straight line below it. Then draw a circle to fill in the space between the lines. This will form the iris of the eye.
And one straight line right there. So there's that.
Okay, so I need to do that properly.
And then for your circle on them, just kind of, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but
I kind of just do a half circle. So
what you can do is kind of draw around here like this until you've got what you think is a decent circle, instead of just drawing, just kind of shade around it until you've got what you think is a decent circle.
I guess.
Because once you ink it, all that's going to get erased anyway, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So I mean, obviously, I don't have a perfect circle.
I kind of just do like a half circle oval type thing.
All right. So we're doing that. We're doing nice.
All right, then draw 3 small circles. One in the middle.
One in the middle. There's your.
One up in the top corner. That's small. That's scary. And then one in the corner of the eye.
And then your eye booger. Oh, your little. Let me see. Yeah, draw.
And then kind of connect that. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and then kind of follow the line down, and then you're gonna draw the little eye.
This looks really bad.
Yeah, I think it looks kind of odd to me too, but like I said. And then you're gonna draw. Oh, you know what?
The eyelid.
Give me a pen. Give me an eraser. Come, give me the pink eraser.
Here's a white one too. This is confusing.
No, it's not. There you go. Curve up, and then.
All right, you know what? I've drawn it this way.
And we do that. Let's see, where did I think I went? Let me see. There's the eye booger. And let's make this a little bit bigger. All right. So that is your basic eye. And then we're going to add the eyelid here. My microphone.
Really?
Filter. This wire on. What are you doing? All right. So there's that. Let's see if we can. There you go. It kind of looks like an eye. So let's just practice that, and then we're going to have to do it in the other direction.
No.
Because people have because people have 2 eyes.
I can't do it the other way.
You have to do it the other way.
I can't do it. I've been trying.
All right, so there's that.
Like, I physically can't do it the other way. I can draw a really creepy eye, but I can't do it the other direction.
You can, because that's how you learn. You learn by doing. Hey, look at that. My eye looks terrible.
These are fine.
But it's practice. You practice, practice, practice.
I'm actually going to do what I like to do for an eye.
But then that's not practice.
No, I want to show you what I normally draw for my eyes. Like, I'm good at really creepy things.
Oh, that's good.
That's scary. That's just what I'm going to go with.
Did you share the link
I did share the link.
Nova. Nova, come here, girlie. Come here. Yeah, you too. Hey.
Now we get the dogs bumping up against me. Thank you, Autumn.
Sorry.
I'm not what's on that.
Why are we all snapping?
Because Nova follows my snaps.
Jeez,
It's weird that she does it. Okay.
The ones that I've already done.
I'm doomed. Let's just do this upside down. Maybe that'll work.
Yeah. Let's try it the other way. All right, so there we got our little circle. Now we got our line. And there's our little eye booger, little reflection. And there is our pupil right there. All right, this is all basics. We're just covering the basics here. That's all I'm doing is learning the basics. Where is my...
There.
What?
That's not too bad.
Let me see. Yeah, there you go. Let's show it, but actually, that's really good, Autumn. There we go. Miss Comics has actually
You don't
been
like drawing that side.
what?
And you don't like drawing the other eye.
I'm actually not the
It's
best
actually
at
pretty
it.
decent. Now, obviously we're just practicing eyes. On the face, how far apart are the eyes?
Go a bit farther. I know to draw a face from the side.
No,
so it
I
would
know.
look
I'm
like
not.
that.
This isn't critiquing. I'm just.
Yeah, it'd be
on-
three eyes.
Yeah.
One in the center, and then
one
one.
space in the middle, and then the
That's
other.
kind of what it would look like from the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. No, it looks good. It's not a critique. I'm just wondering if you knew the actual distance.
Yeah. One of the things we specifically did in school is learn how far things are apart. I don't really ever follow that.
You don't follow what?
The
Proportion.
Well, you have to learn the proportion. That's the
I
point.
know them.
That's the point of these lessons.
I like drawing things from the side.
Yes, but you can't
You have
always draw
to,
things.
yeah.
from the
Sometimes you have to draw them from the front. Sometimes you have to draw them from the back.
Something I do well. I add like a lot of like a point to the corner of the eye,
Mm-hmm.
like a much sharper point.
Let's see if I can do this on the other side here.
Here. What I did, I turned the page upside down.
You turn the page upside down, then the other eye is upside down.
No, I turned it upside down and drew it upside
So
down.
she draws the same eye. She just draws one upside down. And one
Well, yeah,
upside
but then you've got one eye upside down from the other eye.
That's not how she does it.
That doesn't look right. for
Here.
me.
Okay, great.
I'm.
Look
So you draw the eye right side up, but you're upside down when you're drawing it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Oh, I get you.
I'm strange.
But
I only
you know
did
what?
that with one eye.
It's not strange if that works for you.
I only did it with one eye though. Let me
So we're gonna
try.
do it this way. All right. Let me try. Well, let me try it this way and see how
That's
bad I
a
mess
really
it up.
sharp eye.
Because that might actually work for me. Let's see. All right, so let's do the circle. Do the circle in the middle. Now, obviously, this is one technique for drawing eyes. Like, not every eye is going to have this extra little dot, and not every eyes are going to be the same shape, and that kind of stuff. Let's see.
Next, you guys should get,
That's nice.
get mirrors next.
Mirrors?
Practice drawing your own eye.
I don't know.
Oh my god. I, for the life of me, cannot draw anything unless it's like going that way. If it's on that side of the face, I can draw it. I can't really draw anything on
The left side.
Yeah. I talk strange too, apparently. And you know how it says circle?
And I don't know if that's just because they wanted us in that book, in the lesson we're learning.
I normally
This
draw
little
like
bit here,
Manga
this
eyes.
is making-
Manga eyes are really round.
Well,
I
I
normally
understand.
draw-
That's not what I was talking about. This little bit here, if it's just because that's a female eye.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just an eyelash, basically.
Pretty much.
Well, it's the eyelid here.
But because your eyelid,
Oh,
like,
fixing
you
something.
can kind of see that, but it's kind of doing the eyelashes. But I've done before. Here, I'll draw it on this one.
No,
Can you stop her from doing that?
Is it her?
the squirrels have
I
taken
thought
over
it
the
was
yard
her.
and she's losing her brain.
Oh.
Come here.
Well, that's making for great video.
Nova,
Nova, enough.
come here.
All right. Well, I think that actually that's an improvement over that first eye, I think. That's what everybody in the chat is saying. Everybody in the chat is saying that this is brilliant.
Well, since there's no one in the chat.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the chat, so I'm going to say it.
Nova.
This is what I did. All right, so I actually added like every little eyelash. But I draw ovals. I don't do the circle. Yeah, you can't just
There,
tempt
see,
me with chocolate
everybody
mom.
that's
Yeah.
chatting in the chat says I did a beautiful job.
You can't tempt me
Yeah.
with chocolate. I'm gonna grab
No.
some. Hi. Ugh.
Nova.
See, let me see one of those other softer pencils.
Down.
Uh,
Down. 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 No.
All right.
Down.
I'm gonna go put these somewhere else.
So
It's fine though.
let's see. In the book, it says you want it a little bit darker on the top.
Alright, can I ink this eye?
You can do whatever you want.
No,
It's
no,
your
no.
drawing. What? Yes, she can use the pens. I already said she could.
Plus, I kind of messed up the corner of the eye and it's looking strange. Something I have learned is never draw straight lines.
Unless you're drawing buildings.
Huh?
I never drew a straight
What
line.
if you're drawing a building? Or you're drawing a box? Then you may want to draw straight lines.
No, we were told, like, if anything, never draw straight lines. Always do, like, little sketchy lines, because if you mess up, that's always easier.
I think sometimes you're going to have to do straight
It's
lines.
actually always easier at my school.
Just say what my art teacher said.
I think it depends on what you're drawing.
Well, actually, not this year's art teacher. She doesn't say anything about that. It was one of my older art teachers.
Yeah, this would probably look better in color other than the way I shaded it.
And so you can draw your own eye.
And probably shading it with a pencil isn't nearly as good as coloring it with a colored pencil.
Mom. Mom.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So we're gonna avoid shading it just for now. Although what was the other lesson was about the
If it was something like that small, you'd have to fit a card in there. Then you would have cut.
there was a thing in there about doing that kind of stuff there.
I've been looking at it.
Come out
For
this way.
you.
Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
It's better shape.
Has a better shape? Well, yeah, because it's easier for me to draw that way than to draw left
I'm
to.
just saying.
You know what? What I have to do is.
It's also smaller, like how mine is.
Well,
quite
yeah,
a bit
it is.
smaller.
It's definitely smaller.
Mine's quite a bit smaller too.
Yeah. But I think what it is, and maybe because I'm right-handed, I draw this way, obviously, right? So maybe I should, if I'm not gonna go upside down like she does, maybe I start from
I
this
go
side of the
upside
eye
down.
on the left eye.
Would you like me to watch? Would you like to watch me draw it upside down?
And no, instead of trying to draw this way,
These two
maybe I need to try. Let's
are
try.
the both same.
I need an eraser.
Mom, these two are the both same.
Does this dry quickly?
Ink stuff usually. No.
You can't erase the inks. Those inks will draw. It's not like drawing from a brush. It's
No,
just a pen.
No, pens draw really.
Yeah, it
slow.
dries. It dries quick.
Also, one of these is a brush, so.
It's not really a brush. The big one is just a big marker kind of thing. The number 1 size. I know. I've used it.
It is a brush.
Let me see. It's not a brush. It's just a hard.
Soft, you mean?
It can draw like a brush because it's got a big tip.
I make this one double, but I can't.
So if I just learn to draw, and then my straight line here, and then doing
Can I
my
have another chocolate
circle.
chip?
What?
Why do you get a pull? So
What?
nothing.
Ah. She said, why did you ever start live streaming? Ow! You never got to make it.
Oh, that's so different from the other one. All right, and we'll just let's see, do that number there, and then that there. There we go. What are the major differences here? Yeah, basically. Oh, stop your growling. What do you guys see? Is there somebody outside?
Nope. She hears a lawnmower.
Ah, all right. So basically what I need to work on is consistency. Clear that in here. And then, let's see. There we go. That's a little bit of something. Let's see. Guess it's just me chatting with myself and Mrs. Davecomix.
And Little Comics.
Little Dave. Little Dave is also here. He's drawing. I think the older one is Junior, and he's Little Dave.
Dave Jr.
All right, let's see. Yeah, so we'll get back to this. All right. So this is, let's see, one way. We'll draw a few more of these. And again, obviously, you can draw them. Let's see. So these right now we have them as wide open. So let's try.
I had a pencil.
A little bit different.
Here, use
And I'm going to draw the lid closed a little bit.
Oh, what's this inside? This is
Draw another line.
You're very boxy on that one.
Yeah.
Is this ink?
Maybe try and be less boxy.
Is
Hold
this
on.
ink?
It's a different expression.
Got
We're going to do it more with the eyes
This
closed.
is an eraser.
what?
Or maybe it just looks more tired.
I'm gonna go with more tired.
It feels like ink.
No, it feels like clay.
What? It's clay that erases?
It's kneaded eraser.
Can I? Okay. circle. What my kiwi crate down.
No kiwi crates now.
Hunted. Yeah.
So I drew a crying guy for no reason at all. Make the pupil just a little bit smaller, and he looks terrified. Actually, I kind of want to draw a scared eye now.
See, now you've got a slightly different emotion. You haven't even got into eyebrows.
Oh God. I can draw a human eyebrow really good.
Remember when I drew eyebrows on William as a baby?
Yeah.
No,
magic marker.
I used to think you didn't have eyebrows. Stop.
Let me erase it.
No.
Wait, that always is ink?
No.
Hey, that's not erase ink. That's the point. It erases the pencil around.
Yeah, it's not really pointy at the moment. I kind of messed it up.
I don't think you're supposed to darken that part on that other circle.
Oh, I just wanted to because I messed it up. So I was like, you know what? Let's get rid of it. When I inked the top part here, I accidentally went down and took it.
Well, let me see all the pens.
Oh.
All of them. Just give me all of them.
No. You don't get that.
Oh, hey, Geekery Barn. She said when she's in first grade art class teaching the kids to draw, she feels like a real artist.
Although every once in a while there's that one kid.
Well, you're gonna
really
have
good.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't find my blue.
My interest in collecting comics. My interest in collecting comics came from a kid. I mean, we all like to draw silly cartoon characters and whatever. In 6th grade, this kid I knew, his name was Robert Sarl. I remember his name. He drew a picture of a Ninja Turtle, and I was like, that's real. I thought he had made up the character because the Ninja Turtles were relatively new, and I was like, what is that you're drawing? He was like, oh, it's a Ninja Turtle, and I thought he had made it up. And I was like, wow, that's really kind of funny. It's a funny little cartoon character. And then I found out later, I don't remember if I was talking to him or whatever, and I was like, somebody else had mentioned it. And they were like, oh yeah, that's a comic book. So I said, that's a comic book. And I found a comic store.
Tiniest tip possible.
Yeah, I found a comic store, and I was like, do you have this Ninja Turtle book?
Can I have a tissue?
And they went, and the guy's like, yeah, right here, Ninja Turtles number 10. And I think I know for sure, that was the first comic book I ever collected.
Where were you when that happened? Like, what?
I lived in Vermont. Good Lord, dog.
That scared me.
I lived in Brattleboro, Vermont. And this was in elementary school. Ninja Turtles number 10 came out in 1986. So yeah, I can date the time I started collecting comics.
So you're around 10, 11-ish.
1986, yeah, I was 11 years old. And before that, I didn't really collect anything. And Ninja Turtles was $1.50 at the time, which for a comic book was actually really expensive. Most comics at the time were like 75 cents, I think. Your average Marvel comic. And that's one of the big reasons they led the market at the time was anybody could go in and for 75 cents buy yourself a comic.
I have a chocolate chip. Don't bite me.
I'm gonna like it. Chocolate chip.
What else we got? Hey, the medal's here. Hey, did you want to join us, the medal? We're just drawing eyes today. We're gonna do an eye study. We're going off the lesson.
I just poked myself.
That's great.
With the tip?
No.
We're just going off the lesson on the book here.
Wait, does it have a eraser?
There are
No, this is a
probably
pen.
100 ways to draw eyes. This is just the lesson we've chosen today to do it. Also, I've got the cartoony book, so we'll probably do.
I do a weird type of eyebrow.
All right, this is.
It kind of reminds me of Rocket
little Miss
Nova's eyebrows.
Davecomix. Drawing eyebrow or drawing her picture.
Both go in the same
Of
direction,
eyes,
but
yes. We're doing the same. We're doing the same lesson here. Let's see if we can. I like it better. Get it closer.
I like the way I did the eyebrows or eyelashes on that one. I don't know why it's
you got
crying.
Explosive pupil in the other one.
It looks neat.
Let's see. So there's a little bit of inking on that one. This one, let's see. It's kind of a sleepier eye, or maybe a more concerned.
More looks like a boy's eye. I like these. These are fun.
What's that?
These eyes. The other one this person does, she adds extra like line at the end of the eyelid. Like so it's
delicious.
just that right there.
See, eating the tabbouleh.
Chocolate chips and wheat thins.
Can I try that? Please?
So we're going over. I'm gonna try this thing again because.
And then she also adds a little star in the corner of her eye. Thank you.
Let's see. What do we see?
This sounds weird.
Can you see all my eyes here?
You're a strange child.
So let's see if we can just draw two eyes together.
25.
So we're going to make the curvy line.
What else?
Do the under straight
She has like a
line.
circle, but I'm going to do it differently.
Do the circle. Connect it sort of. Do that circle. Do that circle. And throw in that little reflective circle.
Oh, that's not a little circle.
Again, this is one technique for eyes. I'm sure there are a million other ways to draw them. Actually, I know there are, because we'll go through it in the other cartoony book here in a minute. Probably a little rounder, maybe. I think I'm drawing more oval pupils or oval irises. And then we're going to do this over here for the eyelid. Then figure it's about one eye's length. So
You got old.
maybe a little, yeah, that's probably just a little too far away. Straight line.
That was useful.
And do this. This is gonna look super funky now that I'm looking at it. But that's what erasers are for. Once you get the basic shape, let's do this little eye booger. There's that. There's that.
Catch them?
And there's that. There's our eye study today. All right.
That's not disgusting, but it's strange flavor mixture.
So what are you guys eating over there? Chocolate chips and what?
Thins.
Chocolate chips and wheat thins.
It's not.
You know what you should do is melt the chocolate chips and then dip the wheat thins in them.
Can I go do that?
No, you cannot.
Dad.
What? Yeah, I see.
I kind of want ice cream now.
Yes, this little thing here it's probably actually called a tear duct,
Yeah.
but I'm calling it an eye booger because that's where my eye boogers are always at when I wake up in the morning.
I don't get them in the morning after, actually. I get them after I put my makeup on.
Probably not even. There we go.
No, I'm trying to get that so I can get the sponge. No, this.
Now he's barking out the back door. Probably another
The
squirrel.
squirrels, they drive her nuts.
So we have two dogs. We have a chocolate lab by the name of Rocket, who is being quiet and staring out the front door,
Now I need
And
Longingly.
kind of at a half nap.
Watching for the mailman.
And then Nova is a Cane Corso, which is an Italian Mastiff.
And they're very loud.
Yeah, she's the lab is a little over 4
Rocket.
years old.
Rocket.
Oh, hi. Oh.
The lab is a little over 4 years old, and Nova is just over a year, almost a year and a half.
No,
So
she's
cold,
zero.
She's a year.
That's my
She's
only
about a year and a
complaint
half, so she's still a puppy. But she's bigger. She's a lot bigger. She's a lot bigger in this lab. Although I think he's heavier now. He could
She's
be.
4 inches taller than her.
Yeah.
4 inches?
Yeah, she's a horse. She's very tall.
You mean a pony?
Whatever. She's very tall, and he is he's a little stout.
He's stocky.
He's stocky. He's he needs to lose a few pounds.
He's on a diet.
Yeah.
He's a tree
He's
stump.
not super barely fat, but he definitely needs to lose a little weight.
Much to his chagrin. He's
He
on a
moved
diet.
from the door to behind
Yeah.
you.
Yes, that's because you called him over.
I went to
Everybody
pet
heard
him.
you going, Rocket, Rocket. All right.
I went to pet him.
All right. Oh, here we go. The medal says, I almost never draw my tear ducts unless I'm really zoomed in, especially if inks will just bleed the spot to a black dot because of the small size. Yeah, probably for me later on. We're just going by the lesson that's in this book,
Yeah.
and in the lesson they put the little tear duct in. So let me see. I'll show you.
If we only
Again,
have
what
front
we're
page,
working
there's
on.
a teardrop.
Yeah, we're just going by there's a million different techniques. This one is the lesson we're going on just for today. And again, we got the other cartooning book.
And
it
then
has
you're getting, what, 3 more?
Yeah, but those are going to be more figure drawing.
Oh.
Yeah, so basically this is the very basic draw eyes lesson from this manga book here.
What?
So that's the only reason I'm putting the eye bookers in, just because I'm going, straight off of what the
No.
lesson is.
You have to do it me.
I'm sure in the future, I won't do that. My eyes will probably look very different.
Me, Jordan.
Let's see. We're gonna go here. We look. This is the next step with the eyes. See, because even this one, there's no eye booger there. And there's different expressions and stuff like
That's
that.
before, that's after.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mom. There
See,
was
that one looks like, it's got to be that side. Never
this
mind.
many chocolates.
Never mind. I was going to say, because that one's got the
there
eye
was
booger.
a billion.
I think it's just different styles and different expressions. See, that's more of a surprise, and that's less of a surprise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
For a surprise, I'd make that smaller. That doesn't really help. That's white.
Yeah.
I just grabbed the thing in front of me.
yeah, and I'm sure not everybody, and maybe you can tell me, not everybody does this little circle here either.
No.
It's a style.
Most people
It's a
don't,
stylistic thing.
But if you're zoomed in, I can show you a picture.
Oh, he likes when the shine. That's this little dot here. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. Here. I did 2 different shines on this one. There.
Mhm.
And then that there. Oh.
And there's also in the color part. Oh, I lost my eye page. I lost my eye page.
Did you lose your eyes yet, though?
No, my eyes are on the paper. Let's see.
Oh, I have Chesapeake Bay watershed on my
Right
phone.
away. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, and then I like, eventually when we get colored pencils. Oh, look, they put a. And when I was doing it over here, you can see I did a couple of these little line things. Yeah, so here's another thing. Just to take here, actually.
Okay, I'm just
take this.
Okay, I'm kind of just zooming in on this comic style, but there's a style. That's Naruto, but they don't do like the eye booger, and it's kind of more like an ovular eye.
So it's Naruto.
Yes.
Naruto?
Yeah.
You
And
said
that's
Naruto.
they have the little eye shine right there.
Yeah. It's very golden though, that one. And then I have another picture.
And just to take a little break, since we're talking a little bit about stylistic differences,
Here's
this
cartoony.
week I'm talking about something else right now. We'll do just a quick review. I bought this yesterday at the comic book store. You need to shut her up. Put her outside or something, Alan. So I bought this one, Hellboy Omnibus Volume 2. And I'm kind of I've never been a Hellboy fan, and that I just never read the comics.
She only goes outside to bark.
Yeah. But if you look, this one's, I love the art style in here. It's one of those things I was aware of it, I just never really got into the comics. But
She just walks to the back gate and sits down.
Okay. So I picked it up, and I actually really like Nola's art. I read through a whole bunch of this last night. Here we go. I got probably halfway through the book last night before I went to bed. But there is some really cool. Obviously, like his people aren't exactly perfectly proportioned, but it's a consistent stylistic choice. I'm sure they're proportioned to some way, but as long as it's consistent and it works,
my gosh,
there's actually a lot of really cool stuff in there. If you're not reading Hellboy, you should be. This is a really, really cool comic. We got Lobster Johnson in it. I love the kind of outlines. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of kind of minimalist stuff. We are not even going to show that. No.
What?
We're not doing Cal Arts here. There is no Cal Art stuff that we're going to do on here.
This is Gravity Falls.
Yeah, I know.
And Mabel.
We're not doing that style. No.
Okay.
We're not doing that at all. All right.
Here's Toothless.
I like actually like Gravity Falls, but I'm not doing that. No. Not right now. All right. So just a quick review. If you're not into Hellboy, I got Volume 2 on the Omnibus Volume 2.
Okay, here's a picture.
But only because they didn't have Volume 1 there. So
these are
quick review.
Show. They have the
what
shine.
Show is this?
That's Voltron.
Oh, that's all right.
That's a drawing.
So that's a different style. That's a more cartoony style.
Up on the other side of the picture.
What about the other side of the picture?
He just has happy eyes.
Yeah, because his eyes are closed.
Yep, that's funny.
All right. So
they got little lion shoes.
Enough with the phone examples.
They got little lion shoes.
Okay, yeah, enough with that.
Sorry.
All right, so we're gonna do. Let's see. That's this eye study. Let's see. Geekery Barn says she took her munchkin to see Shazam last week. He handled the scary parts pretty well, and overall,
I'm excited
Geekery Barn
to see
says
it.
it's a great movie. I don't know if we'll get to see it in the theaters. Probably we'll end up seeing it on a Redbox or something. I do want to see it. It does look good.
Like as long as we get to see it.
It looks good, and I want to see it, but we'll see if we actually get to it while it's in theaters.
How scary are the scary parts?
It shouldn't be that scary. It's kind of a goofy movie.
It's more of a timing thing.
I like how it's. I'm a kid. I'm an adult. Let's go buy beer.
Yeah, well, a guy comes in wearing his pajamas and a cape. Obviously, you're going to sell him beer. All right, so when I look at it's funny because when I look at everything on my screen.
Sorry.
When I look at everything on my screen, it's all backwards.
Yeah.
Everything moves backwards.
It's really annoying.
The book pictures are backwards, and you all see it forwards. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of hard to orient the page while I'm drawing and talking. Let's see. The guy that directed Annabelle also directed Shazam.
Mom, can I play
And Annabelle's a horror movie, so let's see. Of all these little eyes, which one do you think is the best I've done on them? I like these. That's the first one.
It's this one because it looks more normal than the way you did the eyelash or eyelid here.
Well, you don't like that one? These ones?
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I like the biggest one.
You really like that one better?
Yeah.
Huh. That's the very.
I like the one underneath it.
This one? Or this one?
Hold on,
yeah, that one.
You're waiting for it to catch up?
I know.
I like that one. Actually.
What's the lag?
It's.
Let's measure the lag.
It's pretty far behind.
Yeah, it's pretty considerable, the lag.
All right, so we're gonna do.
Yep, you just pointed at the one I liked.
All right, so let's do this. Let's go. All right, when you see me make the mark, let me know. All right. Mark. All right, lots of silence. Lots of silence.
13
Mark.
seconds.
13-second lag at least. Have you even seen it yet?
Now you made the mark.
Wow, so that was at least an extra 5 seconds. So from my camera to her screen, it was a 15-second lag. And they pushed the PG-13 rating a bit in those scenes. Oh, stop touching.
Ow.
Well, looks like Edwin's on right now. Edwin Boyette. Let's see. So it's kind of necessary to show over his head the lead character is. Yeah, because he's a kid in an adult body fighting actual supervillains, right?
And
so they
got
so they have to show that. Let's see. So
who are you texting?
So from that way, that's how that looks. And from this way, that's how that looks. Although that's a little.
That's
more,
very
That's a little more curvy, I think.
very curved.
So, yeah, but again, that's what erasers are for.
You're drawing very dark.
Well, I'm trying to do a little quicker this time.
Here, I can draw really quick.
Mom, can you go pick that up?
Yeah.
I said, Mom, can you go pick that up?
I saw the mail truck drive by earlier.
It went up the street. It takes several hours to come back.
I know.
You're so excited, aren't you?
I am excited. I don't know if it'll come today. Hopefully. Hopefully Bigfoot Bill will come today. That's what we're hoping for.
You're hoping
I've been
for.
freaking excited all week about it.
What about the drawing books that you kept going to the door every 5 minutes for the other
just
day?
said that a 15-second lag is pretty typical for a stream.
Yeah, I knew there was a lag. I just never really timed it before. 15
seconds isn't that bad, though.
It's nothing good or bad about it. It's just I know, because when they do the not the drawn cord. Remember they do the auction. Whenever they do the auction at
Mike's.
on Mike's stream, there's always like super lag. He starts counting down, and before he counts down, like 10 seconds before he counts down, you'll start seeing the numbers appear. And I always thought that would throw off the auction, but I guess they allow for a little bit. I did this. No, not too much. I want to draw a little bit more where the eyes meet. Is my pen? I don't even know. My pen not showing.
That's happened. No.
We're gonna try different things. I think maybe that's the bottom is too much.
I'm excited for the cartoon eyes.
The cartoon eyes. Oh, for the cartoon part?
Yeah, I draw these often, so it kind of bores me now. I've actually started drawing creepy eyes on the page.
There we go. Like these look more like cat. They kind of look like cat eyes the way I'm drawing them now.
Are you drawing the eye you're not good at?
No.
Well,
All right, now I can see the kind of. I mean, I suppose that I need a lot of practice on these, but I can see where I can draw on both sides. Because the issue I had before, I don't know if you were here, Metal, for that. The issue I had before was when I first started drawing it, I drew one eye, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, how am I going to do the other eye? Because I can't draw backwards.
Just draw upside down.
I can't.
I want to see you draw it upside down.
I can't draw it upside down. Because I found this better way. And again, it can always be fixed in post. Meaning you can erase it and fix it.
Do you want to see me draw it upside down?
Come sit over here. Draw upside down. So I'm going to swap places. And she can draw upside down. Don't bump that lamp.
What?
Don't bump the camera.
Why not?
So she doesn't like drawing. She draws one eye really good, but the other eye she doesn't like drawing, so she just turns the page upside down.
It works for me.
Eye.
It's smaller, but it works. Can you stop shaking the table, child? There. Oh. Good.
Mom, do you like this new one?
It looks really cool. Looks like an eye.
That's really small. I normally draw it bigger.
Dad, I drew a creepy eye.
Cool.
Hold on.
I don't see the eye in that, but good for you.
Rainbow? Line. It looks like a hand of
I normally draw it
like
slightly bigger
It's
and
funny.
more,
Listen.
less boxy. Even when I'm drawing upside down,
Really
but
small.
that one's very
Hard to see.
boxy. See?
Draw the other eye.
I can't draw the other. Wait, did I?
You started with the upside down eye, so do the other eye next to it.
Right side up.
I'm just drawing smaller and smaller.
Mama, looky.
I don't draw it in the order they say.
Mama,
but-
looky. What's this? Mama, looky.
Or Metal says just become ambidextrous and draw the other eye with the other hand.
I actually can't draw with my left hand. I can write with my left hand, but I can't draw with it. I did something different. I did something different. I don't know what I did different.
We can't see it. We're under the camera.
Mom, look.
I drew this one upside down. It actually looks better than the one I drew right side up.
Whoa,
Right.
I like that.
Is that weird?
They're too
It
close.
was better than I did them.
They're too close.
Mom, look.
I do stuff strangely. Don't question me. Don't judge me.
It's yours. All right.
I want to see you try and draw upside down.
I don't want to draw upside down.
Try?
Why?
Because I want to see you try.
Her eyes are off screen.
Yes, I know. They're right there.
What? Mom,
What
Look,
happens if I draw
I turned the
this
thing into leaves.
circle first?
Oh, it does look like leaves.
now Now it's taking forever.
Let's draw the circles first.
Are you doing it backwards?
Yeah.
Then copy it over.
Here, I'll do mine.
Then take that out. Put it upside down.
Go carry it away there. Metal said, or become ambidextrous and draw the other eye with your other hand.
We already had that discussion.
Oh. Damn it, I did it again. I'm thinking I'm better than I am. Is this my HB? It is my HB.
So this is my attempt of backward right there.
Yeah, that's why we have erasers. So we can fix certain things. Put this back. All right, you want to switch to the other book?
Yeah.
All right. Let me finish with this one. And then we're going to try with this one, drawing just like the other one. Drawing the circle first. That looks creepy.
Come on, we think after this we can do the kitty crates.
I'm already doing my kiwi crate.
Not the one from last month. And then we're still waiting for the one this month, which could potentially come today. What's it come?
Photo. Photo. Photo.
Good Lord,
These are
dog. Make up your
tiny.
mind.
She had to come get a snack. She was hungry.
These are tiny
Nova.
little things.
Come here.
Half these I don't even see how they could be eyes, but sure.
Let's experiment with inking a little bit.
I have a cursor.
What? You're poking it. Let's see. He says, Metal says he's true ambidextrous, or ambidextrous as I'd say, because I have a preference for my left hand, though my right is just a tad sloppy on certain motions due to the preference, but barely. I'm sure that comes in very handy.
I can write with both my right and left. I just can't draw with my left. And it's all because I broke my arm. That was a pain.
Because you broke your arm?
Yeah, I had to learn to write with my left hand. For everything. Tests.
That's really tight.
Oh my god. My teachers almost came in and got me somebody to write for me. That's how bad it got. I like this one better.
Got it!
You sound like you're whining even though you're excited.
No, I seriously got it.
Cool.
That's what I was trying.
That looks really neat, Mommy.
No, it's this was what I was trying to make.
That one was a thicker number 1. This one is a 0.5. I used a 0.2.
I messed it up.
An 0.2. Dog, you need to be quiet. On the other eye for the iris. Try
Nova,
to do.
Come here, girl.
I would think we would use a thinner line on
Yep.
Autumn.
Here, dog.
finer detail
Autumn,
and this kind of thing.
Hi.
So
Autumn, look.
Ooh, pretty.
everybody is talking.
It took me a
So
lot
I'm
of
gonna
time
go-
making it. So
I
don't
think I made
get
that pupil a
disappointed.
little bit low on this one.
Got it!
It's funky. There we go. All right, so it's family art time.
What about
Let's
Pete?
see. Dextra is Latin for right. Sinistra is Latin for left. So ambidextrous literally means having two rights.
Interesting.
All right, so that's from the manga book. I definitely still need some practice, but I think I've seen a little bit of improvement over how I started, at least a little bit. I'm still going to need to practice all that. Draw.
This is how I used to draw eyes.
And lots of eyes. All right, so.
Still have to.
I think this is literally how I used to draw my eyes.
And we didn't even get into eyebrows yet. So
Ta-da!
that doesn't even look like an eye.
It's scary.
No, it's not. It doesn't look like an eye. You wouldn't even recognize this as an eye.
No, you would.
No, I wouldn't. Somebody else might.
Well, my friends recognize it as eyes.
All right, so we're going to go.
But I normally draw it with a skinnier thing, and I could
All
just grab one of the brushes.
So now we're going into
Sorry.
the eye part of cartooning the head and figure
I'm going to do this all with
by
an ink
Jack
pen.
Ham. No, those aren't. No, those are for inking. You're not using my pens to draw. Use a pencil. Those are expensive. Just grab a pencil.
There it is.
Those are to be used for inking over.
Why do you have a brush? Oh,
I don't have a
I
brush.
meant paper.
I don't know. Oh, because it was in here. Yeah.
Oh, I
was in
wrote
the
eyes
eyes.
on it.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to go over, and there's actually a brows section in here too. So,
This is the type of brow I'm good at.
yeah. All right. So after establishing the nose on the face, which we did not do, we did not establish any noses today. Some cartoonists prefer to put in the eyes next, others the mouth. At the upper right, the real-life eye, right here, is pictured from which, and look, it even has the little eye booger there.
It looks like they did it with all dots.
17.
You can see they did a front eye and a side view eye. We've got to work on both of those. Today, I think we're just going to do the front view, and then we'll do some side views. Well, we practice later on. Let's see. Upper right, the real-life eye is pictured from which something about every cartoon eye must come. If only the center pupil, a good cartoon eye does not necessarily... You all right?
Yeah.
Let's see. A good cartoon eye does not necessarily depend on intricacy. Some of the best cartoons ever drawn are amazingly simple. However, to always insist on the simplest is to ever confine oneself to it. An ingenious experimentation may be sadly curtailed. A head and face may be quite involved, yet the eye may be one of the first few dots at the beginning of the list below. The combination of these parts, or lines about the eyes, or brows above, or placement on the head, affects unlimited. Eyes can be also really, obviously, some of the most expressive stuff, expressive part of the face. If you've ever seen Wallace and Gromit, Gromit never says a word. Every single expression is his eyes. He doesn't even have a mouth, other than to eat. If you just watch Wallace and Gromit,
I have, but I never noticed that.
he doesn't do anything with his mouth. He shakes his head, and everything is with his eyes.
And his ears.
And his ears too, but mostly with what?
His dog.
He's a dog.
Oh, I thought he was a human.
No,
Wallace
Gromit's
is
the
the
dog.
human.
Wallace is the human.
Why wouldn't he have a mouth?
Because it's like a claymation thing.
Too.
I mean, I'm sure technically, but I don't even think they show when he eats that he has a mouth.
Look, I drew one of the eyes.
Okay, so the eyes can be really expressive, and the eyes on Gromit are like really simple. It's just a simple circle and iris. You'll see here it goes how he does it. It goes from dot to bigger dot to kind of oval eye to just white eye, and you get at the end you've got the Annie eyes from the Annie comic strip, but then you've got these kind of weird googly eye things, and then I don't even know what's going on here.
Really hard to see, by the way.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Let's see if we can get it closer. Unfortunately, my camera doesn't zoom. So we'll see what we can do here. It doesn't. I don't know how even good it focuses. But if you follow, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Put your hand down. Good Lord, Autumn.
I wasn't.
There we go. It's better now.
All right, so if you look, there's all kinds of different ways to draw the eye. These are all cartoony style. All right. So we're going to draw eyes just different ways, just kind of goofy. No real.
No, not on the arm.
There's not really a lesson. It's just basically explaining, different kinds of eyes. So this is a cartoon. This is a more cartoony style. Although
I drew this one.
Yeah, I'm actually going to try. If you look, there's the more realistic style, and I guess that's kind of a more Western style. What? You'll see in a second because I can see it on my screen.
Yeah, come.
Remember, there's a lag. So you can see right here. I'm going to try this kind of more Western style. You can see it's a little bit different.
I'm gonna do.
You'll look. The pupil doesn't come all the way down to the bottom, and we'll do maybe even the side eye. The pupil doesn't come all the way down to the bottom, where the bottom lid is. The lid is, and the top lid's a little bit thicker than what we were doing before. So this is more realistic Western, I guess Western style eye, what I would call it. And it's definitely, I think it's a little bit more oval, oddly enough, than the Angus style
I got
Asian
these right now, so.
So we'll just, let's see, so we're going to go like this.
Hey, Mom, do you think you'd take me to the pool after this?
And like that. And let's see, like that. And that's the eyelid.
I'm just watching now.
Come around. You can see it doesn't quite meet in the middle.
There's that thing under it that does meat, looks like, though. Or is that the. No,
Look,
that's just
see,
my
it doesn't
eyelashes.
really meet in the middle. Yeah. The circle kind of starts here. Actually, let me see. Let's make that a lot. All right. We're supposed to read it. We're going to go maybe like this. Slightly smaller. Maybe actually a little bit further down. There we go.
No.
That's more like it. I know that looks kind of funky. So let's erase that.
Hey, that's mine.
This is kind of funky here, but once we...
You have a weird problem with just drawing outside the
What?
eye. That's a weird thing to do.
What?
Draw the full circle oval thing.
Well, yeah, but my pencil's already making the circle.
Just do half of it.
But it's just easier to draw the whole thing. And then... Alright, so we've got that. And what? This actually, if we're following the book, is kind of a bigger iris. And then we're gonna thing about lashes is they get thicker as they go in. They get a little bit longer. This is definitely not my best work. We're trying to learn here. We'll learn why it doesn't look. There we go. It's a little better. There we go. Yeah. And then we put a little thing here. Another eye booger. Let's see. It's the American eye booger as opposed to the manga eye booger that I did before. And this
Mom,
one
this one
has
got
this little
overdone.
line. With a little bit of this there. Oh, you know what? Give me the chalk pencil. Alright, so just put it down. We're going to use the chalk pencil here. And we're going to make, ooh, there we go. So make that little reflection there.
Not too noticeable on your phone. It's not too noticeable on your phone.
What about my phone?
Wait, do you hold the same? Do you hold your pencils the same way I do?
Dad, what does the chalk pencil do?
Dad,
It's white what?
do you hold your pencils like this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dad, can I test the chalk
Wait, how do
pencil?
you hold your
No,
pencil?
you can't play with a chalk pencil.
I want
So I got it from Dad.
You got what from Dad?
The way I hold my pencil.
Well, actually, I hold it like this. If you look, I actually like press it against my middle finger. I don't actually. You're supposed to hold a pencil like this.
Oh.
I always held my pencil like this.
Okay, I do it differently. Look.
See, I like push up against my middle finger.
I
You know
want
what?
to
No
try-
kidding. I knew a guy in the Navy.
I do that.
who would hold it like this, and it drove me insane.
It's-
That's one step away from gripping it in your palm.
No, it's okay. Yes, but it's easy to draw like that. But you can even.
What do chalk pencils actually do?
It just makes a white spot, which is what I need to do.
See, it's quite easy to write
Actually,
like that.
give me the this one.
Oh, I just make white spots
It's kind
too.
of cold now.
What?
It's kind of cold now. You have to warm it up before you can really do much. Okay, so I hold my pencil against my ring finger, and I have like a blister tape thing on it now. Like no matter what you.
Callus.
Yeah, I have a callus on it now. I did. Because it used to hurt so bad when I started doing it in kindergarten, and I would always have like a blister, and I would pop it every once in a while, and it would really hurt. But now it's just a callus, but it doesn't hurt at all. Although my teacher tries to get me to grip my pencil like a normal human being, so she thinks that's why my writing is so messy.
The
Sometimes.
way you're supposed to hold a pencil is like this.
Well, I hold it like this. So
Well, yeah. You hold it like this. Oh my God! How?
look, like this.
It's from when she came out of the gorilla cage.
Wow.
Yeah, we adopted Autumn out of the monkey cage at the zoo.
I've been telling you to stop saying that for years.
Give me the chalk pencil again. Why'd you take it away?
I didn't touch it. You put it away.
No, your little brother.
Oh,
I need it back.
I just tossed it in the floor.
put it up here.
So, let's see if I can get it to go white here. Probably not. I don't think it works that way. Yeah. it
Where,
doesn't.
when, and why do I hold my pencil like that?
I don't know. Everybody just does it differently. Like I said, I knew that guy in the Navy, and he was driving me insane.
Everybody in my class holds
I
their
hold it like
pencil the
this.
same way.
I hold it like that.
All right, draw it right like that.
Are you supposed to?
He's holding it the way I hold it.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm holding it. I have one
William,
spot.
William, pinch it between your fingers and then rest it on the other finger.
I'm holding it.
Feels so cute.
Well, it's because I'm the one that like teaches them how to write when we're home.
Somebody hand me a chalk pencil.
No.
Here, you can
You
have
can't play
this
with a
pencil.
chalk pencil.
It's pretty much the same.
It turns out my chalk pencil does not actually.
Designed for dark paper.
Like I
Yeah,
physically
okay.
can't hold my pencil like this.
So I'll have to remember to make that little white spot next time. Stop. Now let's see. Mel says, I love cartooning. I'm actually working on an 8-page short story in heavily cartoon style.
I want to do
The
that.
project I'm working on right now with Paul Dozier is
The comic book.
a story, and we're doing it completely in Dr. Seuss style.
Really?
Like I'm doing the words, and we're doing it like in the kind of Dr. Seuss poetry style. And he's drawing. He's totally doing Dr. Seuss. Everything is Dr. Seuss style drawing.
That's cool.
So
wait, the word, everything like.
Yeah, we're doing everything in a Dr. Seussian style, and then
Seussian.
Yeah, I guess Seussel. I don't know.
We're not gonna question
Let me
it.
try this again. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Okay?
Mom.
Yeah, we're doing everything in a real Dr. Seuss style. He's really good at like mocking or aping or whatever different different styles. Like he can draw stuff in like a Calvin and Hobbes style if we wanted to do that. But he's doing everything in a Dr. Seuss style stuff. So that is hopefully going to be, once I get back to writing it, that is hopefully going to be.
How are you that good at rhyming though?
Well, I'm going to be published in May.
You're good at rhyming.
Oh, at rhyming? Rhyming is, I thought you said writing. Rhyming? And how hard can it be to rhyme? I've already written a couple of pages.
I'm bad at rhyming.
And he likes it.
Like, I'm bad at rhyming.
How bad? You just got to get one word that sounds like another word.
So?
How hard can that be?
I make up words too easily.
Well, actually, Dr. Seuss made up a lot of words.
Most of his titles didn't, because it's one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Yeah, that's a rhyme.
Well, no, I'm not saying his titles. You don't make up. Doesn't make up things in his titles. Good point.
The Sneetches.
What is a Sneetch?
Exactly. He made up words all the time.
We actually get cake on his birthday every year, and it's amazing.
You get cake on Dr. Seuss's birthday?
Yeah. We get cake every year.
Do you give any to him?
No.
Why not?
Because he's dead.
You go. Oh my God! You go to his birthday party and he's dead?
Yeah.
Good
The school
Lord.
gets out this giant cake, and we eat in the cafeteria, and we have cake every year. Really good.
Okay, so trying this eye again.
William. What?
Doing the whites of the eyes. This is the part. When you see this part, you start shooting. Hold on. No, I completely lost what I was. I lost the plot, guys. Lost what I was doing.
Should she see the white of their eye?
That's right. I lost the plot. Here. Hold on, what am I doing here? All right. Okay, yeah, I am doing this right. Well, let's see. Oh, see you later, the metal. Have fun. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by again. For anybody else who hasn't done it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And like the metal, who likes and subscribes every single time. If you're going to be like anyone, be like the metal. Now that is the lab barking, I think,
Is
right?
it? No, sir.
Is it? No.
Yeah. Do we have a Captain Canine? Mom, I know what we should name our next dog.
Captain Canine.
Canine.
Where did you put a cape on the dog?
Why do we need to put a cape on a dog?
So it's Captain Canine.
Oh, all right. So this is the more realistic
I can't wait for November 5th.
eye style. Yeah, I'm gonna need some practice with that, but that's in comparison. That's in comparison to what we're gonna start now, which is a more cartoony style. I think I still made that iris.
This one looks neat.
Yeah, that pupil way too big on that one.
Where did it go? Where is it?
Oh,
Oh, it's right there.
So that's that.
We'll
Let's also do the side eye. So we'll.
Ew.
Squishies on all of them.
Yeah.
To do, we want a little bit. This is the curve of the eyelid. So you're gonna want a little more of that.
I don't get this eye, but oh well.
A little bit like that. It's gonna be an oval instead of a circle.
I keep forgetting this is not an eraser.
A little bit.
More
This is a
squishies,
shadow
please.
here. And it
It's
goes
good.
inside.
Well, William, technically the spray cheese is for the dogs.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
using the spray cheese.
It's the dog's treat, and it's the way to get Nova out of the yard sometimes.
Could use some work, but I think that's okay. So there's a side eye. All right. Now we're going to work on some cartoony stuff just for fun. All righty. So here's what we know. What do we know about eyes? Eyes, generally round. Generally round. Am I even in the picture there? Eyes are generally
No,
round.
eyes are oval.
They can be.
Well,
But your
inside
eyeball-
your eye itself is round.
They
But
have
what
an
we see
iris and a
Almond
pupil.
shaped.
Huh?
It's shaped like an almond. No. The part. Look at my eye.
Iris
It's kind of shaped like an almond, isn't it?
and a pupil.
But the circle?
The
Those-
inside
see, when
of
they're
our
wide
eye,
like
actually,
that,
what part we see with.
That's surprise or
It's
fear or
The
something
black
like that.
spot is where we. Wait, do I have. Shh. Mom, do I have black in the middle of my eyes? That's not you.
But it does.
No, do I seriously have black in the middle?
Yes.
Dad, do you have black in the middle?
Everybody has a black in the middle of their eye. It's
Yes.
called the pupil. And that's what lets the light
Yeah.
into our eye. That's what allows us to focus and see things.
Look, I'm using more cheese. By dotting it on.
You're not always going to do. I should probably stop doing the eye boogers for cartoony eyes.
You think I'd be allowed to wear my heels out?
Considering it us that's doing the allowing, I don't see why not.
Yours are what?
So let's do away. The thing about cartooning is it's kind of a simplified. It's simplified stuff. So a lot of times, like Batman eyes.
You mean angry eyes?
That fish.
not necessarily angry eyes, but
Mom?
like Batman eyes don't have pupils.
Really?
No,
You ever seen a Batman cartoon?
Oh yeah.
I have.
They're all
Have you
white.
seen the old Batman?
Lego Batman.
Yes. So sometimes, and then what they're gonna
How do
do
they
is they
think-
have a little
oh.
bit of a
Yeah.
brow that helps with. That's gonna help a little bit with,
Batman.
expression, that kind of stuff. And then you can do your Batman eyes.
Hey Mom, do you think I can get my bag down?
Can I ride my bike to Zoe's house?
Also notice they're kind of more triangular. But let's see.
I'm having Naruto. Back here.
If somebody's wearing a mask, like Batman, but you don't want to show that they're kind of sinister and dark, you might actually put
Oh my god.
pupil in there.
That's where it went.
That's where what went.
I keep things in my shoes. Stop touching.
Mm-hmm.
She
Nothing.
lost a pen. It was in her shoe.
No, because I don't always have my stuff with me, and if I'm writing something and I need to put a pen away, I'll just put it in my shoe.
We're doing the
I know
eyes
I'm
at kind of
weird.
an angle. It's the way it just kind of came out.
Mom,
So this is eyes. Oh, who's this? Oh, the legendary blue gamer showed up.
Ah,
Can I join the call? You sure can. You gotta send me your email though. Do you have me on Twitter? Because I have to send it through email because it doesn't work if I just send the link to. You know what? Screw it. Hold on a second.
Mom, it's a magic.
Shh.
I was like,
Give me just a second here. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do.
Just gonna put it out. In the
I'm
ether,
just
aren't
gonna
you?
put it out in the ether. So let me see here. Let me find. This is gonna take a second.
all right.
Where's
in your pocket.
I don't have pockets today. Hey Mom, do you think you could Facebook Messenger it?
Very good. It's white.
Hey Mom,
do this and
oh,
is that your phone?
Not me.
Come here. Copy. And here we go. Putting it out there. Anybody that wants to join, feel free to join. Hopefully that works for you.
Drink
If not, I'm going to need to get
cheese.
your email.
Let's get some cheese, please.
So we'll see if that works for you. If it doesn't, just send me a little note, and again, we'll have to figure out a way to email the link out to you. Hangouts have been having a problem lately.
How
Okay,
much
for some
people do
reason-
you have?
Just a couple.
Just 4.
Yeah, Hangouts has been having a problem lately where I can't just post the link in a Twitter and tweet. So hopefully that works out for you. You're definitely welcome to join in. We'll see. I'm doing a different thing with my mic, so if it starts echoing when you show up, just let me know.
It says page isn't redirecting properly when I click.
Really, it's not working?
That's what happens when I click it.
All right, so that link doesn't work. You're going to have to figure out a way to send me. I don't want to post your email address if you don't want people knowing it, so I don't want you to post it in the chat. If you have Twitter, send me a tweet.
Or he can email IndieDave at Gmail.
Yeah, or you can email indiedavecomix@gmail.com, and we'll work around that. And that's the only way I've been able to get people to join lately. I don't have a problem people joining these kind of streams with me.
Oh yeah, you're squishing them together. Watch. String. And making them into sandwiches that you can bind on to certain parts. Mom, look, you made an ultra sandwich.
Why did you give me that?
Wait, Zoe?
No, it's fine.
Ah, somebody's got it!
William, when I'm doing this, you can't be screaming running around.
Why are you doing that?
Now.
No.
So, Dottie.
Why are you tired? Your ribs are already bent.
So, Dottie, da.
You have to help it. Or even. Can I take projects? Yeah. Dog. Alright. Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm supposed to have my first.
Mom, look, I'm going so fast I can't even
Let's get back to the
stop.
cartoony eyes from the book.
Alright. I'm gonna go now. Bye, Dad. Bye, Mom.
See you later. So when you're doing cartoony stuff, it's just basically ovals and just a combination of ovals and circles.
Oh yeah.
But some little ones.
Yum,
So,
yum, 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 yum. I want to play.
what did you forgot?
I want to play.
You're just gonna keep running in and out of the house now?
This is the last time, promise.
I need to start wearing. You know where glasses are, Ange?
Nope, we already had the discussion.
All right, I need to start wearing my glasses for some of these.
Make up the bee. Can I have a paper towel?
Am I to guess that link's not working for you? Hold on. That's not what I want. Where's it's gone. Stop. Don't touch. Hold on. Don't touch anything.
Wait,
Will you stop?
The little guy's trying to help.
Yeah, he wants to touch everything. No. Stop, I said.
I want to see my hand in there.
No, I don't want.
He wants to just put his
Hey,
hand
to
in
go like
there.
this. You go underneath. Okay.
You have no hand.
My hand's on television.
Not quite. I'm gonna put our manga eye again here.
Strawberry fish. so weird.
Yeah. Let's see.
Did you possibly say that? Day 2-4.
Get back to the chat here real quick.
Chat, here we go. Love.
Huh. Now I click on it on my computer and it comes up.
Maybe it's because I don't have Hangouts on here.
Oh, maybe. Try again. Legendary. Try that Hangouts link again if you have Hangouts and see if that works for you. Because when I do it on my computer, I could probably join myself.
But last night when I clicked the link in the chat, it worked too. But they said the links weren't working last night. So
Yeah.
oh, stop it.
Just by adding those little things. That's how you make it a girl. It's kind of hard to see. I wish I could zoom this camera in. At some point, I don't know, it looks decent on my screen, but I'm also looking at it on my phone. Eventually, I'll get a better camera. I'll be able to zoom in on stuff, and I'll have a better setup than this. Right now, it's clipped to my lampshade on the inside. And so, like, if you notice right here in this bottom corner, that's actually the edge of the lampshade.
2-4.
But it's kind of better than having the middle of the lamp with the light where the light is. So let's see.
My butt.
It says it's not redirected properly, and I have Hangouts open.
All right. Let me check my email again. See if he's in. Are you still there, Blue Gamer? I don't even know. Let me see. No.
She said I copy it.
Mama.
So that's, I haven't got an email from him, so I don't know if he's
5.
sent me one or not.
5.
But yeah, we'll do what we can if somebody wants to join. Let's see. Send me a tweet if you want. That'll work too. And then I can, if you DM me or something, we can DM me from I can get your email from there. I just don't want to spread your email out all over the place if you don't
So
want
the
it.
requested URL was not found on the server.
Figures. Nothing but problems. YouTube hates me. Let's see. I'm sending out a tweet
Mom,
now.
watch this. Mom, watch it.
Still streaming. Anyone who wants to join?
Is that a little word you needed to do?
To join and
Mom, watch this.
draw some
Mom,
eyes.
what's this?
Hold on, some eyes.
What? Then
DM me. All right,
What
so
Number 1. To make it even longer.
All right, so now back to the stream. Enough of the distractions. Let me see here. Trying to draw. See how quick we can draw these.
Is that a little one you drew?
Dad, did you draw a wormy?
I didn't draw a wormy.
The ones that are squiggly ones.
Whoa, you all right?
For Rocket.
Yes.
You gotta look out for the
The
dog.
ones that.
I'm in the middle of drawing that right now. Oh no, see? I was drawing an eye.
You forgot.
I was in the middle of drawing one and then stopped drawing it.
Wait, did you draw so you fly?
You know what? Let's try that. Let's do a little mix here. We're gonna try a little mix of East and West. Let's see if you can see where I'm drawing there.
Wow, that one was pretty cool.
Let me see. So let's do that. And we're gonna do this. And then instead of drawing a complete circle, I have to do that bigger so you can see what I'm trying to accomplish here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna draw the circle here. That's still probably not big enough. I drew exactly the same size, but maybe you'll see what I'm trying to do here once I do it. We're gonna draw that.
Dean.
And there's the kind of line of people. Here's what I'm trying to do here. Draw. Here's a big circle. This would be the eyeball. But actually, that would be the iris. So this is the iris. So here's the reflection in the iris. And let me see. Hold on here. Okay. So what they did in the cartoony one was instead of putting the reflection there, if you can see from where I drew it before, they put the reflection right here. So we're going to try that. There's the pupil. Here's the iris. And instead of drawing a complete circle, we're going to do this number here. Draw a little quarter moon. Draw the eye booger. So now, I don't know, what do you guys think that looks? How do you guys think that looks? Is it too much? I don't know if you can really see it. And go back down to the bottom.
You gotta draw the other side now. Because if you look, most of your eyes are that eye.
Well, I know, but for this demonstration, because I kind of started, for this demonstration, I did see what that looks like. So let's try it again, only this time. Draw my crescent moon. You can barely see a little bit in there. So that's a little experimentation there. I guess I can see how that. I don't know where that would come in. I can see the little reflection there instead of on the eyeball. Although you could still do that as well. You could do it either way, I suppose. I don't know if both ways is overkill or not. But try this too. Just do my side eye. I don't know if that even looks right. I am going to have to start wearing my glasses when I draw. I should probably wear them all the time anyway, since I have them, right? Somewhere. Somewhere I have my glasses.
Vehicle.
Washing my hands. Okay.
Okay. He fell over, but he's okay, everyone. I got 5 people watching. One of them is probably you and Geekery Barn.
And one is you.
I don't know if I count. Oh, I might because I'm on the other. Never mind. I might just because I'm on the other one. And I don't know, Legendary Blue Gamer is still on. Let's see if he sent me an email or not. I have way too much stuff open. Yeah, I haven't got any email from him. Let me see if anybody's on my DMs. No DMs. Nobody's interested. Yeah, my DMs are empty. Although, Gabagool, David, it's his last day running his comic book store. So everybody say goodbye to David, at least as far as running his comic book store. He sold the other half to his partner today. Or he didn't sell it today. He sold it to him, and this is his last day working there. So he will be moving on, hopefully, to bigger and better things. All right, let's see here. What do we got here? What number pen is this? I'm actually very happy. My little crescent moon deal here. Let's get a thicker one. Maybe my number 1 for that outside. I have no. I have 0. That's a 0, 1. And there it is, I think. It looks like a 7. That's a 1. I don't think there is a 7. Quick. Did they leave that open again, dog? That back door better not be open. The cats are gonna get out. All right, I'm actually kind of happy with this eye right here. Let's hit it with the eraser. I think that was actually pretty decent. I kind of like the little crescent moon thing that I got going here. I mean, it definitely isn't perfect. Could use some work. There's always, always, always room for improvement. But overall, I think that's in comparison to my first eye study today.
Is the girl at home again?
No. Can you go check?
The mailman just drove past. That means no package. I will go check, but usually they bring packages to the door.
Yeah, my Bigfoot bill's probably too big to fit in the mailbox. And the mailman just drove by. So it looks like no Bigfoot bill today. Today's the last mail for the week. Tomorrow there's no mail. So now I've got another day of depression waiting for Bigfoot Bill to show up. All right, let me see here. Let's go back to the stream. Probably going to close it up here in a little bit. Let me see. Legend. Blue Gamer, if you're still on, are we following each other on Twitter? Do you even have Twitter? Let me know if. Go ahead and follow me, and maybe next time we'll make this work. Like I said, I don't mind having you. Jonah Vasquez posted something.
Michael's coupons.
Yay, Michael's coupons. Ugh.
Now you can get supplies to send Doug a really upset letter.
Yeah. All right, I think we're done drawing eyes for the day anyway. I think we've drawn enough. We'll do. You all right?
Yes.
What's
Blaine,
that?
what's this? What do you say when you're okay? When you fall down? I'm okay.
I'm okay.
All right, so I think that about covers it for eyes for today. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream.
Are you doing this again?
And I'm gonna go drink myself into a stupor because I'm so sad because Bigfoot Bill isn't here yet. I've been waiting for so long. Everybody else has their copy but me. Everybody else. You know what? I got a letter today, an email from a friend, and he's a missionary in Uganda, and he helps build schools and dig wells and stuff for these children in these remote villages. And he sent me an email today. He says things are going so well. He's like, we're getting donations, and look at, we're helping all these people. And then, I was so happy for him. I was so glad for all the stuff that he was doing. And then he was like, oh, and I got my copy of Bigfoot Bill today, here in the middle of Uganda. F those kids. I swear to God. All right. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. And you guys have a good day. And we'll do another drawing stream. I don't know how long this one was. 2 hours?
About that, I think.
Yeah, so we'll, let's see. Yeah, we'll write down, let's see, since I did 2 hours last time, and we'll adjust this if I look at the stream and see what the timing is, and it's not. But we're going to go ahead and put 4 hours because we are marking our time and seeing how many hours we put into learning to draw. All right, and seeing what kind of improvements we can make. I still have a lot of work to do. Even on these eyes, I'm starting to get them down a little bit, but there's still plenty of room for improvement. So y'all have a good day and enjoy your Saturday. And I will see you all on Twitter.
Hey, Mom.
Have a good one.
Hey, Mom.